wasn't gonna do a vlog today, but I thought, what the heck? Church was really good. I got the greatest church family in the world, and I thought I'd lost that forever. It's a little penny. I'll show it to you. The edge there, that is a penny. I tested a rifle I bought. It's a .22 rifle that I've given to my brother Christopher, that's like a long barrel version of the one he had when we were kids. And that's the penny I clipped the edge of first shot, in a high wind, no less. But anyway, church, like I said, church was absolutely fabulous. And then my brother Chris, my wife Linda, and I went to Walmart. He bought him some more victuals, groceries, whatever. And I had to buy printer paper and ink for in here. Let me get my glove on if I can find it. What did I do with it? Oh, it's in my pocket. Okay. But anyway, then we came home. I'm getting ready to finish this vlog and go in the house until I pick Brandon up at 8:30 from his job. When we were coming home from church, they were backed up a mile down the canyon toward the pie shop, and I did observe people canoeing, kayaking, whatever, in Jerry's swimming hole at Lodge 3. Told him about it, he'll tell Matt about it. They really don't have the right to do that. It's private property, but the folks that have the campground next to Jerry's property don't care. That's all I'll say on that. Linda bought a hat at Walmart. I thought she got it at an estate sale. She bought it at Walmart. She liked it. It's a baseball cap. It's got a rainbow on it. And she liked it because it had a rainbow, not because it represented homosexuality. Which my brother Chris and I and my wife talked about that en route home from Walmart. It really offends me that they co-opted the word gay to mean homosexual, when really gay in the English language means you're happy. And then they co-opted the sign that God gave us, that He'd never destroy the world again with water, the rainbow. God placed His bow in the sky, and they co-opted that to represent homosexuality. And there's also transgenders and all that. We're coming for your children. Well, I have one thing to say to that, and I won't say it. Enough said. The world has become so wicked, you know, it really has. It's just mind-boggling. I did get a text in church from my sister. On the 11th, my brother Christopher has a doctor's appointment sometime this week. I've got to take him over to Ada, probably Wednesday or so that he can have blood drawn. And they can report to them. There's not a whole lot I gotta say. I am going to take a white paint marker into the house and fix my wife's hat. The yellow I'm going to turn into or the green I'm going to turn white. That way her rainbow is red, white, and blue, representing America. And our pastor gave a good sermon on that today. It was a very good sermon. And when I shook his hand and told him, "You gave a good sermon," I wasn't lying, and I wasn't attaboy. It was heartfelt. I don't just give attaboys when they're not deserved, and he deserved it. And his wife, Sandy Fry, sat in the back with Linda and I next to us in a chair. She had hip surgery, and we're still praying for her. She seems to be getting around okay. Give it another week and she'll be getting around better. But this is going to be a really short vlog today. Mom, hi, I love you. All my siblings, hi, I love you. Everybody else watching this, know that I love you with everything I've got to love you with. Now, I'm going to allude to something here in a minute. My good friend in Florida, Christopher D. Kimball, Kimball, said I needed to tell the story on the train derailment my brother and I committed when we were little. I think he was 6 and I was 8, something like that. We were walking, and there it was, the derailleur. It was yellow, and we figured, well, let's turn it over and see what happens. They should have locked it. They didn't. That is on the train people, the railroad. And a guy came to our house. I forgot. There's a lot of things I've forgotten about when I was young that my brother's reminding me of, like going fishing with my Aunt Colleen and Uncle Marvin Grant. I don't remember any of that, and I've got big holes in my memory from having 4 strokes. Linda says I've had more than 4, but I've had one really good one. The last one I had did some damage. That's why this side of my face has got like an indentation. It's from paralysis in my face. But he mentioned they evacuated our end of town. I don't remember that. I barely remember that we flipped the thing over, and it was a joint effort. And then I wasn't admitting to anything, and neither was Chris. I think he was in a different room, and the investigator, well, I've dealt with boys all my life, and they're, you know, I think they're good boys. They're not going to put them in reform school or anything. But that the smaller one, he's the one that's responsible. He started blaming my brother, and I remember that. And I said, no, I did it. I was protecting my little brother. And Linda reminded me that's something I've done my whole life, is protect other people. But Chris, that's the story about my brother and I derailing a train. We were little. They should have locked it down. Now there's a big old building on a set of buildings on the other side, and the old spring house across from where it happened is no longer there. It's been torn down long ago. I think it's south of Hilton on the highway. It's called Ozarka Water, if you want to look it up. I think that's where it's at. They might have moved it to Ardmore. They filter well water is what they do, and call it spring water, which whatever they want to do, it tastes good, and it's very safe to drink. As a matter of fact, my brother Chris got everybody in McAllister ordering it because the water in McAllister is not drinkable. You got a lot of metals and a lot of chemicals in it. And they just sell the contract to somebody else every few years, and I'm doing my vlog. What do you need, sugar?
Nothing, I'll wait until you're done.
Huh?
I'll wait until you're done.
Anyway, he spent a lot of money every month just ordering that water. Well, folks, my beautiful granddaughter just walked in the office. that
Hello.
I never tell her enough how much I appreciate her. I'm going to get off of here and know this crazy old man loves you. I want you to thank God for your blessings. Like the sign up there says, be kind. Bye.